Hey everybody, a Retro Geek Dad here with another toy review. This time we have the Masters of the Universe Origins He-Man action figure from Mattel. I picked this up from Walmart finally with a price point of $14.92, which isn't too bad considering a 6-inch figure usually runs about $20. The Origins figures right now, as of 2020, are specifically exclusives just to Walmart. And trying to find these is like trying to pull a monkey's tooth in the dark, while blindfolded. But the good thing is I've started seeing these pop up here and there at the different Walmarts I go to. If you can't find these, just be patient. They will be available at other retailers in 2021, more of a mass release. From what I understand from Mattel, based on the reviews and the interviews and the forums I've read, these will be widely available. They're not going to run out anytime soon. So do not feed the scalpers. We're going to open him up and check out what this new Origins line is all about. Okay, so as always, I'm going to try to do this in one take, opening it. So before we do that, we'll take a look at the package and everything. We have our He-Man. This is the new head. I'm kind of iffy about it. See if I can get a better picture. I'm kind of iffy about it. I like the face, but the hair is it's really bright orange. It kind of looks like the He-Man from the mini comic almost, but it's just, it looks like they were trying to do the Filmation hair, and it just, I don't know, it doesn't look right to me, but it's part of it. Also, we have the Modern Pose Retro Place sticker. We have the Mattel logo at the bottom, and you can kind of see the mini comic in the back, along with his weapons and accessories. It's a really cool throwback to the vintage line. I'll try to get this. This is the artwork at the top, and these are really, really cool. I like how they added this. It's new artwork for this line, so they're not reusing the vintage artwork. You've got your Power Sword fits, the twists and turns, the other figures in the line: He-Man, Teela, Man-at-Arms, Skeletor, Evelyn, and Beastman. UPC code for anyone looking for that. Okay, and let's crack this thing open. Okay, so set that aside. Starburst, or the red burst, the vintage line. Okay, we have our mini comic, which we'll get to in just a second. Beast Barrage. We'll get to that. All right. You've got our weapons, which looks like at one point they were taped. And then we've got a little rubber band here, a rubber band here. And scissors. Alright, we'll go ahead and cut that. Cut that one. Slide them out of the blister. Put that to the side. Trash all those little rubber bands off. Alright, here we have our He-Man. Try to adjust the light a little bit. There we go. Focus. Okay. So yeah, there we go. Tilt the camera down so we got a better shot. Yeah, sorry about that jump cut. I knocked the camera over. Back to the articulation. We have the arms, the wrists turn or joint, shoulders up and down, the ankles. Let's see this one. They rock. They also have the ankle rockers. You have a joint at the shin, turns, knees, turn, bend, hips, up and down. Doesn't sit straight, flat it down. That's about as far as it sits. So no sitting in a chair for He-Man. Of course, the waist turns, the head turns, it rotates. So, and like with the masters of the WWE figures, these come apart too. So the head comes off, the arms come off, and at the torso it comes off. So, and you can actually, that's how you remove the armor. It's just got a little thing right there, so you can slide that off. You can put it on Undertaker or Triple H or whoever. You can mix and match. So that just clips back on there. Little tab. Alright, we'll put He-Man back together. And it just, you know, they have these little snap joints, so it's easy to put them in and out. Pop his head back on. There we go. Alright, so we'll set He-Man there. We'll take a look at the weapons and accessories. Piece of tape. Okay, so we'll start with the shield. Piece of plastic on it. So it's pretty much looks the same as far as the design and the orange on it from the original. That's where he holds it at. Let me get the vintage. I know I've got the shield. There it is. Okay. Alright, so here is the vintage shield. It's almost the same. The orange is a little different. Of course, mine's a little worn, but it's just about the same concept. The hand, where you put it around the wrist. Okay, so we'll look at the axe. So the axe is just, there's really no detail on it at all. It's just kind of plain. I guess a Filmation axe maybe. Here's the vintage one. You can see the detail they put on it. So, and then we have at last the power sword. So here is the power sword that comes with the Origins figure. It is the mini comic version, the Akala sword. Still has the grip on it, and like the vintage, it is only half a power sword, and it is very thin. I guess that's where you would clip Skeletor's sword on. It's very, very thin. Here's the vintage. Now my vintage does not have the bottom or the handle anymore, or the end of the handle, but it's pretty close. See the thickness. Yeah, see the new one's a little thinner. So that's the weapons and accessories. Real quick, we'll take a look at the mini comic. So the mini comic is Beast Barrage, and you can tell right here when I took it out of the blister, it kind of tore the paper a little bit, so be careful when you take yours out. And unlike the WWE ones, this is actually a couple of pages. I'm not going to really get into reading it, but it is, the artwork's really good. Good collectible, you know, for the mini comics. Okay, so we'll set that to the side. So as far as He-Man goes, it's pretty cool. We'll check out with some of the weapons and accessories. I bought my son one, and he's had a blast with it. I figured that these would be more for, the kids, or, the collectors who, it doesn't bother them as much having kind of a retro-y, not so much as a collectible, I guess, more as just a regular toy. And the whole fact that Mattel's making these widely available, that's a really good thing. So that is He-Man with his shield and power sword. And so you can tell it just clips on. Power sword. It's almost too thin to hold in his hand, really. He wants to have it, wants to turn like that. But that looks better. So check out with the axe. So the axe looks pretty cool. Even without the detail in it, it still looks pretty good. So we ran into this problem when I was with my son. He was trying to fit all the weapons on the back, have the character have all the weapons at once. So what we did was we took the shield and, put that on top, and then slid the sword in. Oh, worked better the other time. There we go. So it kind of holds it in there. That way he can just carry his axe, and he's got all of his weapons on him. That's pretty cool. So, I mean, it's different. The only thing that really bugs me is the head. I mean, like I said, I like the face. It's just the hair is really, really bright. It's kind of like the big yellow bat symbol on the black suit for Batman. It kind of stands out. But maybe they'll do an accessory pack with different heads or something. But, I kind of like it. It's neat. It's very articulated. Playability is pretty good. My son, I bought him his about 2 or 3 days ago, and he has not put it down since. He's been playing with it and with the vintage figures that I gave him. So I like that Mattel put this out, so now that his generation will have their own He-Mans that one day, he can share with his son and so on. So, yeah, I mean, I like him. I'm going to pick up the others. It's a nice start. It's looking positive for us Masters fans. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Oh, before I forget, I wanted to do a comparison too with the vintage figure. Just kind of have them side by side. Of course, mine's beat up. A little bit of a height difference. Let's see. Not too much. I think it's because of the legs. Vintage, is all squatty legs, and then the new one has the articulated legs where they can go completely straight. So, yeah, that is the new and the old. Pretty cool. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.